Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats. So for the first time ever on this podcast, we're going to dedicate an entire episode to talking about the Tripleseat product, talk about the people who put us here today. Well, since the beginning of March, we have been seeing private dining and event leads for our customers come back at pre-COVID levels, which is super amazing and really exciting. And it means that events truly are making a comeback. So we want to make sure that you are using Tripleseat to the best of your ability to generate more leads. If you're a Tripleseat customer listening, hopefully this can be helpful to you. And if you're not a customer, then maybe this can give you an idea on what we are all about here at Tripleseat. Why don't you start off, Rachel?
Love that. So to kick us off, we have the lead form, which as a Tripleseat customer, your lead form is your number one, your go-to form to do exactly what it sounds like it does and collect your leads that then filter into your Tripleseat dashboard. So we love the lead form. There's so many things that you can talk about the lead form, but it's definitely like the number one basic when it comes to generating.
It's the basic bitch of getting leads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But your lead form as just like a basic can be set up by going into your Tripleseat account, going into your settings, and then lead forms. Pretty simple. You can have as many lead forms as you need, and each lead form will always have its own lead source. So when you see a new lead coming in, then you'll always be able to tell which lead form it came from. We'll explain in a second where you can put the different lead forms, but this is definitely helpful to see where exactly your lead forms are doing well, which ones could be changed up, everything like that with your marketing strategies. So new lead forms can be customized for any special times of the year. So you could use a specific lead form for promoting summer events, for example, like later on this year, which a lot of people are doing now that restaurants are back open and events are on the horizon again, which we love. Mm-hmm. But this could be a special lead form that you include in a specific email campaign that pushes events for the summer. We do them around the holiday time as well, pushing events with specific holiday lead forms, everything like that. But you could use different lead forms for your website, your social media accounts. You can customize your lead forms however you want to in your Tripleseat settings so it looks and sounds like it's fitting to what you're promoting. So if you're having a summer specific lead form, maybe you make it look summery. So it's just more engaging, showing your marketing. We talk about this a lot with the holiday season too, just making it sound, changing up the words, everything like that. So it's fitting to the exact thing that you're trying to promote. And then speaking of social media, your lead form can also be added anywhere on your social media page that allows for a URL link to be added. So we say you can do this on your Instagram bio, or if you have like a link tree in your bio, then this is a good place to do it. On Facebook, there's like a little button that says book now that a lot of our customers will put the lead form in. So if someone goes to your Facebook page, they can just click book now and it brings them right to the lead form to put in an event inquiry. You could put it in a Twitter post, on LinkedIn, however you tend to promote your offerings, whether it's like on social media, on email, other ways, then you should include this link lead form because it's super easy to do. And it's just like how you're going to get those leads. Mm-hmm. And then lastly, Tripleseat also provides some great reporting on the lead form activity. There's a report called Leads by Sources in Tripleseat, and that can show you how your lead performs in generating leads compared to like cold calls, phone inquiries, other lead sources that are common at your restaurant. So if you're spending money on your marketing efforts, for example, then you could be seeing if you're getting a lot of leads from like Instagram, if you're doing some sort of Instagram promotions or Facebook or wherever you're putting your marketing efforts, money or time, you can see where the leads are coming and if this is really giving you the bang for your buck, if those leads are coming in from those places. So Tripleseat lead form, definitely want to be taking advantage and setting that up to the best of how you could be using it. And it is the number one, the go-to, the basic bitch of your your lead form repertoire.
You have like literally you can put your Tripleseat lead form anywhere you can paste a URL. So just put it everywhere, like email signatures, like places you wouldn't even think to put it. Cause obviously your website and your marketing emails and, maybe social media is obvious to you, but like there are so many things that you can do with the Tripleseat lead form. So, and we have a ton of blog posts and videos on TSU on how to, add your lead form and what to do with it and how to update it and all those things. So if you search lead form in our YouTube YouTube on TSU or also in our blogs, and you'll find a lot of information as well. I feel like both of us have written probably like 10 blog posts each that have to do with lead forms.
There's so much out there.
There's so much. And then maybe something a little less basic is our new direct book feature. So hopefully by now you've heard about direct book. But if you haven't, then it's definitely time to listen up, because it's certainly a Tripleseat feature that you do not want to miss out on. So direct book it's sort of like an add-on feature that came out towards the end of 2020, I think November. It was supposed to come out in October, but it came out in November, if I remember correctly. And it's just a way to streamline your booking process even further. So direct book will help you to diversify your venue's revenue streams without having to put in any extra work. So your event team can focus on the important stuff like executing your events. So especially now, like when you're getting all these leads all of a sudden, and maybe you are still like a general manager who's also doing events because you haven't hired back your full staff yet. Direct book is definitely going to save you time and help you make more money without, even if you haven't started hiring back your staff yet. So let's talk a little bit about how it works. Direct book has a special booking form that allows for a prospect to select an event type, location, room at the location if it's in person at your venue, or a delivery address if it's catering. They can also select menu items, add credit card information to secure the event, all on their own and all online. So it's basically your customer booking their own event without you having to do all that back and forth with emails and choosing a date and a time and a room and a menu and all that stuff. They can do that all on their own. And all you have to do is accept or reject it, which is the next step in direct booking. So the direct book inquiries will come into your Tripleseat dashboard just like your regular leads from your lead form does. But they'll be under a new direct booking section. And as the event manager, general manager, whoever else, you can accept or reject these inquiries based on your current calendar. So you can just quickly check the calendar, make sure it's fine, hit accept, and then it does everything else for you. So once it's accepted, the event management process is exactly the same as any other event that you book in Tripleseat, with custom documents, client communication, payment processing, all the other jazz that you're used to at Tripleseat. It will build the event for you once you hit that accept button. If you hit reject, it will send a message to the client. And then at that point, there'll be a lead. So then you can talk to them further. Maybe they choose another date. Maybe it's just not going to work out, whatever it may be. So at that point, they turn into a lead, like your normal lead form, and you can have a conversation with them from there. So basically, direct book lets prospects book 4 event types at your venue. So on-premise events, full service catering, pickup catering, and drop-off catering. And you can choose as the event manager, as the owner of your Tripleseat dashboard, you can choose which options are available and which options are available at what location. You can even choose like which options are available during different time frames, all that stuff. So you have complete control over what the client can and cannot do with the direct book booking form. And over the pandemic, when restaurants were closed for indoor dining, we saw that a ton of our customers were obviously beginning to offer catering services as a way to foster an additional revenue stream. So while dining is resuming again, direct book could help manage this separate, revenue stream with ease, which is great. So some of the pros that I just talked about, it's self-service. So set up the form like you would a lead form. You have complete control over what they can and cannot do. It's going to help you build a new revenue stream with catering, but also it's a really easy and quick way to get in-person event inquiries as well. Or I shouldn't say inquiries, bookings, because that's what they're doing. Again, you have the choice to accept or deny the booking, but it is a booking when it comes in. So there's also a ton of reporting you can do. Just like Rachel talked about with the Tripleseat lead form, you can do a ton of direct book reporting the same way that you're used to doing your lead form reporting. And it's all found in the same place. You just go to reports and then scroll down until you see the direct book information. And then just recently, actually last week, I believe, we added a new feature to direct book and also to our regular lead form. It's delivery radius. So we heard back from a lot of customers, especially the ones who beta tested direct book for us, but back in November, that they really wish that there was a way, when you order takeout from a restaurant, there's always put in your address and see if we can even deliver it to you, or if we can even help you with your catering order. And if the delivery radius is outside of, or if your address is outside of their delivery radius, you usually get a pop-up saying sorry, you can pick it up, but you can't we can't deliver it. So our customers were asking for that, and we finally finished that feature last week. So now you have the ability on the regular lead form and also on the direct booking form to go in and set a delivery radius. And it can be different for each form. It can be the same. You set it by location and or form. So when you go into settings and you select the location that you want to add the delivery radius to, you'll click. So where do you go from there? So you scroll down. I feel like I've been writing about so many new features lately that I'm like, wait, where do you go on this one? So you scroll down until you see this event style box, and underneath that is the delivery radius box, and you can enter delivery radius in miles. So if you put 10 miles, what it's going to do is like draw a circle around your venue, 10 miles, and that's as far as it will go out. And then you can choose to apply it to all locations, one location, no locations, however you want to do it. And then you can also just click to apply it to all locations in the group. And then you can select if you want it applied to the regular lead form, the direct book form, or both forms. The default on this is just there's a no delivery radius, and people can just go crazy on it if they want to. So if you do want to set delivery radius, make sure you go in and do that. So settings, locations, edit details under the location that you want to edit, and scroll down until you see the delivery radius box. But yeah, so now you can rest assured that that no one is asking, for delivery catering outside your business's market. I think it's funny because our vice president of sales at Tripleseat is really the reason why we have this feature, because he kept hearing from customers like, it's so ridiculous that you don't have this. And sometimes some people at Tripleseat are a little, they're like, I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. It's not happening. It's too hard. We're not doing it. And then basically he said to the person who didn't want to do it, oh, great. So for like reference, he's in like the DC area, and he was like, oh, great, I'll just go into our customer's direct book form in Austin and have them deliver me barbecue for my birthday party. And then I think something went off, and they're like, oh, all right, you're right. Okay, we need to add this. Sometimes the stories behind how features get like approved is so funny to me, because it's sort of an obvious feature, but I know the work behind it was so much that I think that in the initial, like, oh, can we do this? Everyone was like, oh no, oh my God, how will we even, like, where do we even start? That's going to take so long. And it's also going to take up so much time and so many people's time. But then it was like, we totally definitely have to do this. So we did it, and actually really quickly, because our development team is very talented. So anyways, now you can set a delivery radius on both that regular lead form, the basic bitch of leads, and the direct book form. I'm going to call it that from now on.
I feel like I just got a direct book education class.
Oh, you're welcome.
Some things I didn't know before.
I think I've written about 35 blog posts in the past 6 months about direct books. So.
Yes, if you're listening, check them out. She put her heart and soul in those direct book blog posts. Well, anyways, moving on to the third way that Tripleseat customers can get some lead generation by being a Tripleseat customer is the one and only Tripleseat booking network, which is made up of EventUp and Venues by Tripleseat, which are our two venue directories. So our goal with these two venue directories is to basically be your marketing partner, driving new leads to you and helping you to increase your event revenue with placement on these directories. So as a Tripleseat customer, you're automatically given a free listing on both EventUp and Venues. There's an option to pay for a premium subscription for both of the websites, and which comes with different search optimization features and other marketing benefits like venue spotlight posts and dedicated social media posts across our channels, which all is with the main goal of pushing planners to your venue.
Yeah, and if you're a Tripleseat customer, can I just chime in?
Yeah.
It's expensive to get premium and premium plus listings. It's totally, you'll be astonished at how cheap it is to get them. It's totally worth it, because it puts your venue at the top of that list. And like, especially with EventUp, like people use EventUp. People use Venues by Tripleseat as well, but I think EventUp gets used even more. And if your venue is on the top of the list especially if you're in a huge city with a ton of venues, and we have people who aren't Tripleseat customers who pay for an EventUp listing.
I was going to say that too. Yeah.
Sorry. I just jumped in there.
No, but honestly, it's not expensive. So that
It's
premium listing is definitely something you should look into if you're already on and you're like are aware of your listing. I feel like some we try to spread the word. Sometimes people don't even realize that they have this awesome opportunity for free. And then once they find out about that, they're like, oh, just for this like small extra cost, I can get the premium with all these other benefits. Like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, but basically with your listing, there's different components that make up the listing. So you get like different photos, a bunch of photos. We have some awesome customers who have really professional and well done photos, which is what we recommend. We have some specs that we can help you when you're setting up your listing. You can have your event space descriptions, room capacity, pricing as you're interested in providing, location maps and details about your location, food and beverage details, availability, amenities, and then all sorts of other details about your venue that you can include in your listing. And I mean, we want you to put as much information, and we help in the onboarding process with EventUp when you're building up the listing. But the more information that you can provide and the more detail about your venue, that'll even increase the chances of being found. Because when someone's searching on the directory, they're searching by city, but then they also search by the advanced filters, which can be found with all those different features. So if you're like a rooftop, you have outdoor dining, you have a terrace, you have all these different features, you're like a cozy vibe, a fancy vibe, all these things that can be selected and put onto your listing. And then that helps you get searched on the directory. So the more detailed, the better. And we have some great listings on there, which I mean, people can look at for inspiration. And our support team on EventUp also helps with the process of building out your listing. So there's lots of things that you can do to make it better. But then just as an overall look for some stats, the venue directories receive on average 1.5 plus million page views per month, an average of 6.5 thousand plus monthly leads delivered, a 7.6% conversion rate on delivered leads, and 54.5 million plus search impressions per year. So that's a lot of eyes, and that's a lot of eyes on our customers and on those who are on EventUp and Venues by Tripleseat venue directories. So you want to make sure that you're on there. Your venue is like represented as best as it can be with using and building up your venue on there on the listing. And we also have 2 blogs that run with these venue directories, a blog for EventUp and for Venues by Tripleseat, where we do highlight, and some of these are from the premium features that you can get for marketing benefits, but they highlight the venues that we have, what everyone's doing. We'll do like those venue spotlight posts for extra eyes on the blog post, which our blog on its own gets its own amount of views, which is awesome. So they're just 2 great ways to generate leads without having to do anything. It's just like the marketing does its own thing, and then the leads go into your Tripleseat dashboard and into your EventUp portal. So it's all just a seamless thing for our customers.
And like what you said when you were talking about the lead form, you said like there's reporting, you can report on where your leads came from, sources. So you can pull if they came from EventUp or Venues by Tripleseat as well. So you can definitely tell where it's coming from. And when they come in, they're tagged like that, like your lead source is tagged as EventUp or Venues. And also like just so people know who are Tripleseat users, sometimes I've gotten a lot, not a lot, but at least 5 questions in the past 6 months of people asking about when I go into settings and I want to adjust or, enhance my Tripleseat booking network listings. It says Venues by Tripleseat. So where's EventUp? So just so you know, if you edit your Venues by Tripleseat listing in settings, it also updates your EventUp. So it all works as one. So that was, people have confusion sometimes because it still says, because before, about a year ago, the only venue listing we had was Venues by Tripleseat. And now we also have EventUp. So that's why in settings in Tripleseat, it still just says Venues listing, but it will update both listings, just so you know. I think we should change it. We should probably change the wording. Yeah. And lastly, but certainly not least, we'll talk a little bit about some Tripleseat integrations that we have. So we currently integrate with more than 24 partners, and it gives Tripleseat customers access to even more tools to generate leads and streamline their bookings. So the first one I want to talk about today is OpenCity. And OpenCity is a virtual assistant that automatically responds to customer inquiries 24/7 and can share a direct link to your lead form. So we know the importance of being prompt when replies to inquiries, even in the hours we may not be online. And this integration helps venues let prospects know that their inquiry has been seen and will be responded to to as soon as possible. And we do know that, with Tripleseat, you do have an automatic lead response. You can set up an automatic reply, but this is a more customized and like actually like someone's talking to them. So it's a little heightened. It's a heightened version of the Tripleseat auto response email. And then also there's Open Table, private dining, which I'm sure almost everyone has heard of. And if your restaurant or event venue is on Open Table, then those leads can also flow into your Tripleseat dashboard with the Open Table integration. And Open Table itself focuses on search optimization in order to get diners to their site. So essentially, it also works as a way to increase leads by getting found through Open Table searches as well as Tripleseat venue directory searches. So it's just an added bonus there. And then lastly, we have the 7 Rooms integration. So 7 Rooms is an intuitive reservation, seating, and guest management platform that boosts your bottom line. So with this integration, you can see the status of private event bookings alongside table reservations that you have at your restaurant. It also syncs in real time, so it is constantly accurate with updated information, keeping your team in the loop on what is getting and what is going on in the dining rooms when last-minute larger reservations book with you, or other situations that may occur. So it's real time, and it just enhances your booking process in that way. And you can find all of these if you go to www.tripleseat.com/blog/partners or just /partners. What? I feel like I know, right? We are going to find out. It's /blog/partners. You can also go to /partners, I think, without the blog in there.
Probably.
It's everywhere. Just click on integrations at tripleseat.com.
Yeah, and there's so many others too. So
yeah,
we have only named 3, but there's lots and lots of others that do all sorts of different things that just streamline the process.
We're always adding too. Exactly. And we're always adding integrations as well. So if you have any questions on integrations or maybe you have one that you want us to integrate with, I mean, I can't guarantee that we would, but you never know. So it's worth a shot. Sometimes it's just because they won't talk to each other correctly.
Yeah, let's try to hear. I'm gonna hear you explain. I'm gonna listen to you explain how an integration works.
No, I'm not gonna talk about APIs and other things. But I mean, I could. Do you want me to?
No, it's okay.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm sure I'll get something wrong, and then if anyone in development ever listened to this, they'd be like, "What is she even talking about?"
No, that's how I remember. Like Jonna was trying to explain it that way. With they just don't always talk to each other, and they don't
always talk to each other, right? It's like one will talk, the other one doesn't get it, and then it just doesn't work out. Not a good relationship.
That's API for you.
That's how development works.
That's why we're on the marketing team.
That's why I work in product marketing and not product development. Oh boy. I think that was a very informative episode that we just threw together there,
Yeah, we're always trying to help the lead generation and ring events and like all those things that we just listed. If you're a Tripleseat customer, you're getting all these features that help you do that. And if you're not a Tripleseat customer, then what are you doing?
What are you waiting for?
Tripleseat.com.
Come on. No, it really is a no-brainer. And it's true. We're not just making that the beginning, when I said that like leads are coming back at pre-COVID numbers, I'm not just making that up. It's 100% true. And it even when we heard it at Tripleseat, even we were surprised. Like we were like, what? Holy crap. Like that. I can't believe that's happening again. So it is happening. I'm not lying. And it's happening across the country and even internationally. So it's happening everywhere. So definitely a great time if you are not a Tripleseat customer to become one. Or if you're a Tripleseat customer that had to stop your subscription because of COVID, which we totally understand, now would be a great time to get that subscription coming back.
Your eyes just like widen.
I'm like,
all right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll talk to you all next week.